Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at our June market stats. We're going to start, May was just published by HAR. Everybody gets their data in. They publish it a few days after that's available. We're going to take a look at the trend for the last 3 months. Also, we're going to take a look at the last year. And then coming up, we're going to take a look at some stats that are up to date for longer term trends to kind of see if we can see if this market's slowing down any. And then there was some big news last month that it's going to affect your real estate prices. We'll talk about that as well. Hi guys, welcome to the June 21 Real Estate Report. We're going to take a look at our numbers for May. We're going to check the numbers for the trailing 3 months and also compares to a year ago. 747 homes sold in May, but the big number for May is this homes on the market. That's the lowest number I've ever seen, 460 homes on the market. That means that we have about a half a month's inventory available to sell. A normal market, balanced market, is when we have about 4 to 6 months worth of inventory. Now we've been under that, way under that for the last year or two. But half a month of inventory on the market, that's getting a little out of hand. Average price $319,000 last month. Average days on the market 9 days, and that's an average. If you're a buyer in this market, you know that if you have a good home, it's move-in ready, it's priced right, it's on the market for a day. It may say 2 days or 3 days, but that's just because that's how long it takes the realtor to get the paperwork together and for us to get it marked in the MLS that it's actually been under contract. So a day or two is a long time. Now, looking at May of last year, about the same number of homes, 700 plus homes sold last year and this year, but the big difference, 1,100 homes on the market this time last year, again, only 460 now. So homes on the market down 58% from a year ago, and prices soaring up 17.5%. Congratulations to all you homeowners. Your equity over the last year up 17.5%. It's going to be tough to beat that with any other kind of investment. Now, when we look at the trend for the last 3 months, it's kind of interesting. March, April, and May, about the same number of homes sold per month. Inventory was low in March. That was the lowest I'd seen in a while, 504 homes. Had a nice little bump in April. We got kind of excited, thought we were going to start getting some more homes on the market, but then in May, 747 sales and back down to 460 homes on the market. So it's pretty slim pickings out there right now. It's hot everywhere. It's not just Huntsville, it's all over the country. We're going to take a look at some more statistics here just to give you an idea of the long-term trend. I'm going to talk about some things that might look forward to see when this market might turn around, and also take a look at some big news events that affect your real estate prices. Now we're going to take a look at a little bit longer-term trends. All of these charts are 3 years. We're going to take a look at some different metrics and see how things are trending to see if we can see any kind of sign that this market might be slowing down a little bit. We'll start with the median sales price. Sales prices over the last 3 years up about 38%. Most of that was in the last year, where we had about a 17% appreciation over the last 12 months. Homes for sale, that's our issue. 3 years ago, we were in a normal market, about 2,000 homes for sale. Inventory is down 77% over the last 3 years. You know, we just reported for the month of May, we had about 400 homes on the market. What does that do? That makes your days on the market tank. So about 40 days on the market 3 years ago when we were in a normal market, and that's an average. Now, as reported last month, we're down to about 9. Month supply is our problem. 3 years ago, we were in a normal market. 4 to 6 months is a normal market. We had a little over 4 months worth of inventory. I guess it won't go below the chart here. It's down to 1, but as we saw earlier, we're down to like a half a month inventory. So this is a long-term trend. We don't see any signs that this is abating anytime soon. What we'll notice when we start to slow down is we will see this inventory start to pick up. So we'll see this long-term chart start to tick up, and that'll give us some indication that the market may be about to slow down. This news from our friends at the Huntsville Business Journal, an awesome local news company. They do great reporting on our local economy. The old Coca-Cola bottle plant downtown, been vacant for 8 or 9 years. Now we know what it's going to be. Huntsville City okayed a new development with a New York firm, $325 million. It's going to be a mixed-use development. Going to have apartments, offices, hotel, and most importantly for downtown, an 800-car parking garage. Now this is going to be a long-term project. They're going to probably work on site development through next year. Then they'll build it in phases, probably estimated not to be completed for about 4 years. So that's probably an area of town, if you can avoid it, would be good, but it is really going to look good in about 4 years. Not so far away, another hotel in downtown Huntsville, built on the old Hale Furniture site, 106 Jefferson, supposed to open this summer. They say June, maybe it'd be July. 100 rooms too, just like the hotel in the Coca-Cola bottling plant area, another 100-room hotel. Rooftop bar, interesting story, named after the 2 NASA monkeys that went up in '59 on a rocket built at Redstone in Huntsville, Baker and Abel. And the last story for this report, the Hayes development down in southeast Huntsville, near the new Grissom High School, taking shape, getting a lot of retailers lined up for that particular project, already building homes down there. So there's already new construction going on. If you're interested in that, we'd be glad to talk to you about those homes. Going to be built right behind the center. Retailers, Publix going to be one of the anchors there. The Staples is going to stay there. That's under construction now. There are 4 phases in that residential development. We're going to have a YouTube video out on it next month in part of our series, Could You Live Here? So look for that. So that's our report for June. Thanks for watching. We have details in the description for our contact information. If you've got any real estate questions, you can leave them in the comments. We'll respond there. If you'd like more information on that Hayes development down by the New Grissom, let us know. We'll be glad to send you some information. Also, we've got links down there for the Huntsville Business Journal, a great publication, a very reasonable membership. Get a daily news wire on everything happening in the Huntsville economy. And we'll be back next month. Thanks.